What's up everyone, Danny and Alex. Today we're going to show you punches number 1 through 6. All right, so basic system is the jab, the cross, the left hook, right hook, left uppercut, as well as the right uppercut. Guys, if you've been practicing a little bit, you don't need this video. This video is for the people who just started out. You got a heavy bag at home, in your garage, in your basement, you have a pair of boxing gloves and you don't know where to start. The reason why there's a numbering system, it's very simple. A lot of coaches will have their students have or retain knowledge about numbers for every punch. Instead, that way if they get into a boxing fight or Muay Thai fight, some coaches like to project those numbers. So for example, I might say 1, 3, 5, 6, you know, and then your athlete is gonna know exactly what that means. Instead of shouting out jab, hook, uppercut, body shot, etc., etc., a lot of times coaches will like to have just numbers so it's quicker to say. And also, a lot of coaches will have different type of numbers. The simple reason for that one is because that way there hides which combo it is. So the other opponent or the opponent's coach, the other team on the opposite side won't know the numbering system as per se. Everyone has their own numbering system. I like to keep things basic. Simply why? I don't call out numbers. All right, so I'll just show you guys how we call the 1 through 6. All right, so your number 1 is going to be a simple jab. That's your first punch. And the reason why I call it 1 through 6 is just because that's the exact order. I'm going to get a brand new student from day 1 on learning the punches in that order. I'm not going to show them a body shot or an uppercut. It's going to start right off the bat with a basic jab. So that's punch number 1. That's your jab. So right here, jab. And now punch number 2, once they have that down, now we get into mechanics of turning your shoulder, rotating your trunk into a cross, the right hand. So here, that's punch number 2, your right hand. Okay, now we're gonna go punch number 3, the basic left hook. That's your lead hook. All right, so punch number 3, that's your lead hook. And now punch number 4 is gonna be the rear hook. In this case, his right hook. Now, if you're southpaw and you're working in an opposite stance, everything's going to be the opposite side. So your lead hook is going to be the right hook and your rear hook is going to be your left hook. In this case, we're right-handed, power side on the back. So punch number 4 is the right hook. Now, punch number 5 is going to be his lead uppercut. Right? Just pop it up like this, lead uppercut. And every time you're training, always making sure you have good form. All right, so what you want to do is not just visualize the bag, but visualize your target, seeing the opponent there, seeing that opening where the chin is. All right, so lead uppercut right here. You're dipping into it and popping him underneath the chin. And punch number 6, now we're going to have our rear uppercut. That's it. And that's the power uppercut. Now if we go back, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and 6. All right, and of course, this is not a combination you want to throw. You might train it like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but eventually you want to start mixing and matching those numbers. And we didn't talk about the body shots as well. But just to keep it very basic, punches 1 through 6. Now, every time you're training, whether you're doing these punches in front of the mirror, shadow boxing, on the heavy bag, what you want to do is try to remember right off the bat, if you're new, the most common mistake is people throw their punches, but they forget about the backhand. So basically, if you're throwing your left hand, you want to make sure the backhand, which is the guarding hand, stays in the exact spot to defend. All right, so you want to have this to protect your chin, but also it's ready to throw that punch. All right, so for example, if you're throwing the left jab, your right hand doesn't move here. If you're throwing the right hand now, your left hand comes up and guards your face and it's ready to throw. So if you were to do a combination such as a 1, 2, 3, which is the jab, cross, hook, your hands are going to come back. Watch this, 1, 2, 3. Always retain that knowledge of bringing the hands back. Very, very important. Develop the good habits if you're starting out, if you're training on the heavy bag, instead of just throwing punches all sorts of fashion on the bag and not having correct technique. Slow things down. So guys, so there you have it, punches 1 through 6. So basically, in my case, when people walk into my gym from other gyms, I'll know right off the bat if they've been well trained simply by how they're doing their punches correctly, they're bringing that guard back up, and if they've developed the good habits from training. A lot of times people might say, I've been training for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years or more, and they have poor technique. So that's a wasted time of effort. We got to start back up and get everything back corrected, all right? So guys, this is great if you're starting out. Watch this video again, learn the basic punches, learn good form right off the bat, develop the good habits, and then you'll never have to go back to this. And then every combination or the more advanced skills you'll have because you have a solid foundation, good technique. And guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Leave us a thumbs up, make sure to subscribe, and we will see you
in the next video.
Take care.